Welcome back to another Movies with Andy. Today's movie is Primate.
Ben? There's something wrong with Ben.
So Primate is pretty much about a family that has a monkey as a pet. And he just happens to get rabies one day and he goes on a rampage. But before we begin, this movie review is actually brought to you by Taste Salud. Whether you need some hydration or some greens and superfoods, Taste Salud is for you. Like right now I got the pepino limon and the fresa and limon. And if you would like 10% off your first order, make sure you use my code right now, which is on the screen. Or you can use the link down below in the description. And they have a bunch of different flavors like horchata, jamaica, mango, fresa, sandia, and one of my favorite ones, which is the Jarritos collaboration. Make sure you go order your favorite flavors right now at Taste Salud. And don't forget to use my code. Thank you, Taste Salud. And now back to the review. So let me start off with things that I liked from this film. Honestly, some of the kills were pretty cool in this movie. There wasn't too many. I was expecting a little bit more, but there was some that I was like, interesting. They also did a really good job with having some pretty intense scenes in there. But they did a really good job with building suspense in those very intense scenes. Also, I've seen some people talk crap about the monkey. I feel like the monkey looked pretty good in this film. I did notice that a lot of times Ben, which that's the name of the monkey, wasn't in focus, or they did a lot of shots where he's like in the background or you don't have to focus in too much on him. So I feel like that was a very smart play because I do know that this was a lower budget movie. So the monkey looked good because the monkey wasn't always in frame correctly. But the times that Ben was in focus when he was all crazy and full of blood, I feel like he looked pretty good. Also, this movie was actually very short, but I did like that it was short because how much can you really do with a monkey killing everybody in a household? And it did feel like a slasher film because there was a lot of scenes where the character's walking and then you kind of just see him in the background, or he's like sneaking up on you, or he kind of just appears out of nowhere. And I really did like those parts of the film because I feel like you just didn't know what was coming next. But there was one of my favorite scenes. It's not a huge spoiler, but one of the characters is deaf. So while someone's getting attacked in the background, there is no audio at all. And this guy's just like cleaning up, taking a bite of a pizza, and I thought it was pretty funny. Oh yeah, and going off of that, this movie was surprisingly funny in a lot of times. Yes, it's a very serious situation, but there were some pretty funny moments throughout the whole movie. But with the funny moments, there is a lot of blood and gore in this movie. And I feel like if you've seen a lot of these movies, it's nothing we haven't seen before, but it was pretty cool to see a monkey doing it. And all the blood and gore did seem pretty practical and like they actually used real blood and special effects with that. So that was really cool as well. And that was some things that I didn't really like. I know I said that there were some pretty cool death scenes, but like I said, it wasn't anything we haven't seen before. I was really hoping that with this movie, we would see some new kills or some new ways a monkey could kill somebody. But there wasn't. I'm not saying there were bad kills, it's just nothing new. Also, I feel like I really didn't care about any of the characters in the movie. Like there was a main protagonist in this movie, but it would focus in on some of her other friends as well. So there was no real care for this character. I feel like we just didn't get enough backstory or enough details for this character for me to care, especially when they're getting attacked by a monkey. And you know, I feel like they didn't do a good job with introducing us to the characters because I don't remember any of the characters' names. And you know, I feel like in other movies, you remember the main character's name. But I was rooting for them because the monkey was in the wrong, kind of. And this is just a little bit of my opinion. There was no really character that I hated. I mean, other than the monkey, but in her friend group or anyone, there was no like real person you hated. And I just feel like I really like that in slasher movies or in scary movies. There's always that one character that you're kind of excited to see get taken out. But this movie didn't really make me hate anybody, which I don't know about you, but I do wish that there was that one character that I'm like, yeah, that's right, you deserve it. So now, would I watch Primate in the movies again? Honestly, probably not. This is one of those movies that you would see on streaming. You're like, oh, let's just have a good time watching it. And you would put it on. It wasn't a bad movie. I just do wish that some of the characters were more fleshed out. And I do wish that there were some more unique death scenes, especially with this type of slasher / scary movie with a monkey. So let me know, do you think you can take on a monkey in a fight? And if you are watching this movie, I would love to hear what you have to say about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie reviews every week.